Hello folks, today I'm going to talk to you about your hydrostatic transmission on your HSS724-928-1332 Honda Snowblower. If you don't use it right, if you don't use the steering handles right, or you don't adjust them correctly, you could damage your transmission or cause it premature wear. So I'm going to talk about 3 things that you can do that people are seeing happening to their Honda snowblowers. I've spoken to several Honda mechanics that have a combined over 100 years of experience, and they told me about this, and they told me that I should let you folks know what you're doing wrong with your HSS machines with the steering handles. Okay, I'm going to tell you about the first of all, I'm going to tell you a minute or so on the transmission itself, steering handles, proper use of, adjustment of the steering handles. Okay, so let's get to it. I'll be right back. Okay folks, here's your hydro gear transmission with the chains and everything that are on the HSS models. This is outsourced by Honda. The older machines, everything was Honda, but they use another company called Hydro Gear for these, and you can't repair it pretty much. If something happens to this, you're done. I mean, it's $1,200 US dollars for the part, for the transmission, another $400 to replace it with the labor. Let me show you what Hydro Gear sent me. You know, I wrote to them and I asked them about these they're called shift dogs. I asked them about it. I asked them if they would send me some. These are brand new. Now what happens is that if you feather your machine, which I'll show you in a second, partially engage these shift dogs, those square parts right there are going to prematurely wear out. It's like riding the clutch on a car. If you're riding the shift handles where they're just partially engaged all the time, you're going to wear these out. And the dealer, they don't sell these parts to the public or the dealers, so they can't be replaced right now. They're thinking about it. I asked them about it. They're thinking about making them public. You still have to take out the transmission. You know, it's going to cost a lot of money if you can get the parts. Let me show you what I'm talking about by feathering. Here's the handle right here. When you use this machine, when you're turning, completely pull on it all the way to your grip. Don't do this. You know, a lot of times people will, they're just turning it a little bit and they're just feathering it, or they're riding it. They're using the machine and keeping their hands on the handles. Without them knowing it, they might be pulling on it, which is partially engaging those shift dogs I just showed you. So if you're turning, go like this. You know, when you're turning, a partial turn or a full turn, you want to make sure that you're engaging all the way and not feathering. This will cause premature wear to those shift dogs. I don't want to hear people saying that they're inside here, you know, that their transmission won't turn anymore, or it won't work anymore. One side works, the other side doesn't work. Here's your chains. This machine is on the nose. I took off the plates so you can see everything a lot better. You can lubricate your chains. Now let me talk about adjusting these. Here's your shift handle. Let's follow the right down here. I loosened this up on purpose to show you this is too much play. This is your lock nut. The front nut is your lock nut, and your back nut is the adjusting nut. Now you don't want this much play. You want it to be snug, but you don't want too much where it's pulling. This is connected to a spring that's connected to the transmission. I'm trying to show you. It's hard. Down here, there's an arm. You don't want any tension on that arm when this is disengaged. Okay? You want it to be snug, but not pulling. You don't want tension pulling that arm. So what you do is you adjust it up so it doesn't have any play. You can see the play here. It doesn't have any play. It's not tight, but it's not loose. You don't want that. See the shift arm moving? You don't want the shift arm moving when it's not, when the handle lever is not engaged. So if you do that, if you tighten it up too much, then the shift dogs are touching each other and partially engaged, and you'll wear it out. Now let me show you. What did I do? When you're adjusting it, you see right now the handle is not engaged and your track is locked up as it should be. Now when you're adjusting it, if you put it up on the nose, and one of your tracks, one side or the other track, is doing this, then you know that's not engaged properly. You see, I put a clamp on the handle there so this would be free. This is what it's supposed to do when you pull the handle down. See, so it's easier to turn. This one stops, the other track moves and turns you. So when you're adjusting it, you want to make sure that it's not too much play here, and you don't want it too tight where it's pulling on that arm. And once you get it done right, it'll be like this. It'll be locked up. And what you can do, I don't have 3 hands, but what you can do is you can use this one hand to start engaging your track so it moves freely, and then when it'll be locked up, and then when you start pulling on it, you see how long it takes for it to break free. It shouldn't be too much, but you want to always engage your steering handles all the way. So it takes a little bit of trial and error. Usually from the machines I've been seeing, usually these are okay. You get them from the dealer. They're already been adjusted properly at the factory. Like this one here. Let's see if I can show you. It's just right. It's snug. It's not loose. And it's not too tight. And that arm down there is not pulling up. It's in the relaxed rest position. So this side is right. This side is too loose. I loosened it up a lot on purpose to show you there shouldn't be this much play. It should be, when I readjust this, it'll be like that. It'll be taut, but not too taut, and it's not pulling up on the arm. It takes a little bit of practice and trial and error. If you're not sure what you're doing, have the shop do it. If it's freewheeling like this, and you're not sure what you're doing, have a mechanic do it. Take it to the shop. If your machine's still under warranty, have them adjust both tracks, both cables again. And maybe they'll even show you how to do it. But I'd rather you have somebody that knows what they're doing than doing this if you're not sure, because this is extremely important. You don't want to feather your handles when you're using the machine. You pull them on all the way. Make sure the adjustment's correct. And let the machine do the work, the turning and everything. I really appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. Visit our Facebook group, Honda Snowblower Enthusiasts. Please subscribe to the channel and let me know what you think. All right.